and Rutgers gets it through the blue line. Gets it in deep. Barbieri chases the puck. Tyler Allen after him. Brandon Ondick gets along the half boards. Gets it up. McDowell looking for the puck. Plays it back to Smedley. Smedley plays catch with Barbieri. Barbieri gets it up but is intercepted. Tyler Gutierrez gets it in deep. Tyler Allen chasing it for Rutgers, but Smedley is there to answer. Smedley skates up through the defensive zone, chips it on to Ondick. Ondick crosses the blue line. He's with Smedley, but 4 Rutgers defenders are there to break up the pass. Out to the neutral zone where Barbieri collects. Pass it to Smedley, and Temple will regroup. Smedley over to Barbieri. Gets it up. Kaiser chasing the puck with a big hit. And Auerbach settles it for Barbieri. Barbieri plays it for Garrett Russell. He is tied up with Taylor Island. Garrett Russell in the neutral zone. Gets it to Will Green, who chips it in deep. Austin Mower in for the chase. Ben Auerbach behind the net. Settles it for Ian Bowles. Ian Bowles plays up to Garrett Russell along the half boards. He is pestered by Sean Lippincott. Out to the neutral zone where Lippincott tries to settle it but falls as he gets it over to Griffin Prividera. Prividera gets in on Auerbach and is a solid chest save, but he keeps playing it to Ian Bowles. There's no whistle as Bowles plays it along the end boards to Mike Ianeri. Zimbricki along the boards with Zint. Zint to Zimbricki, gets it out to Pinella. Pinella skating through the defensive zone, tries to get it out but can't as Mike Ianeri plays it out to center ice, where Sean Murphy for Rutgers will settle it as the puck finds its way to Florio, and he covers up. 16:52 left in the first period. Even score, and even on the shot totals at 2-2. Temple comes to this game scoring 2.9 goals per game, giving up 5.9 goals against. Tom Pinella in the faceoff dot for Temple, unable to win it. Rutgers gathers along the end boards, tries to play out to center ice, and finds Jake Goldstein, who chips it in deep. Rutgers gets the puck behind Auerbach. Jenny keeps it in deep. Goldstein to chase with Smedley. Smedley wins that battle, but eludes Bowles to the point, finds his way through, but Auerbach is there to make the solid save. And we have a little scrum up front, getting a little testy early. Both teams showing that they are here to play. Temple in their final game of the season. While it has no playoff implications, I'm sure if they do find a way into the playoffs, they want a good outing to end their season on to carry some momentum into the playoffs that are on February 22nd. Charles Giazza, Ryan Treff, Sean Cavalier, Garrett Elmer, and Kyle Smedley are on the ice for Temple. Giazza loses a draw in a quick shot, but Auerbach is there to answer. Face-off one back to Kim, who plays in a deep. Eludes Primavera and Smedley, but Ryan Treff is there. Chips it over. The puck is up. It looks like it's going to go down for an icing. .16:08 left in the first period. As a back and forth beginning of the first period. No team really finding true momentum or true offensive zone pressure. Just a little back and forth play. Giazza into the face-off circle with Gutierrez. Giazza wins it back, and Smedley is there in the corner. He's pestered by Tyler Allen. Fishing for the puck, and it's deep to Rutgers. Rutgers with the shot. Glove save, Auerbach. No one was in front for Rutgers, so Auerbach could track that puck all the way from the point, and he makes the easy glove save, and we will have yet another face-off to Auerbach's blocker side. Ian Barbieri comes on for Temple. As Giazza's in the face-off circle, he wins it back to Jason Ferguson. Senior Jason Ferguson, who was honored before the game along with Joe Callahan and Nick Allen. Tyler Allen of Rutgers playing around in the corner, trying to find open lane to pass that puck. Gutierrez comes in for support. Ferguson and Ghiazza. Ghiazza fishes the puck out, and he skates behind the net looking to break out. He tries to spring Cavalier, but the pass is too far ahead of him, and it goes all the way down the ice for an icing, and we will have yet another defensive zone draw for the Temple Owls. The last time these two played was on January 25th when Temple traveled up to Rutgers, lost 15-2. That game, Temple did not have Ben Auerbach in net as Matt Shelley and Joe Callahan split time. Ghiazza wins the faceoff back to Barbieri, who's in the corner, gets a big hit from Josh Kim. He's unable to get it out. It hits Zinn, which allows Garrett Elmer to push it out to neutral zone where Rutgers will regroup. Rutgers chips it in deep. It's Barbieri's chasing back for Temple. He chips the puck. Jason Ferguson coming in for support. Josh Kim finds it for Rutgers, and him and Ghiazza battle, and Ghiazza wins that easily. Ghiazza's trying to skate out, eludes a man. He has Garrett Elmer to his left. He loses the puck, but Barbieri pokes it out to neutral zone. Rutgers gets it into Temple's offensive zone again. Can't remember the last time Temple's been in the offensive zone early in this game. Been stuck in the defensive zone for the last couple minutes. Garrett Elmer chips it in deep, and the Owls will look to forecheck. Elmer skates off for a change, where Brandon Ondick will come on. Brandon Ondick scored an overtime game winner against Townsend in a 1-0 win, which proves to be a big win as the playoff hunt heats up, and Townsend is on the tail of Temple. So that was a huge win, and Brandon Ondick was the reason for that with his overtime goal. Barbieri in neutral ice gets it in deep. McDowell will chase, but Rutgers gets it through the neutral zone. Ian Bowles settles it, tries to hit McDowell, who is skating up the right wing, tries to make a move, but unable to do so, broken up by Don DeFonso. Rutgers gets it up out of their defensive zone through the neutral zone. Andrew Basin in the chase for Rutgers, Kyle Smedley in there. Asiata comes in for help, but it finds its way over to Brandon Ondick in the left corner. Ondick takes his time, settles, surveys, chip along the boards. Ian Bowles tries to chip it out, but that is stopped there by Andrew Hoshino of Rutgers. Ian Bowles finds his way with the puck, plays it over to Kyle Smedley, who hits Andrew Kaiser up the center, streaking up through the neutral zone, gets it in deep behind Florio. McDowell and Kaiser in the forecheck. Sean Murphy plays it for Rutgers, gets it out of the defensive zone, is in the neutral zone where Rutgers is streaking. Plays it in deep. Ryan Tress out there whistling the puck. Andrew Kaiser in the support, gets it on to Brandon Ondick, who plays it over to Ryan Tress. 2-1-2 with McDowell. Turning into a 2-1 with David Hurry. Ryan Tress with the shot. Save Florio. And he covers up for the whistle. 13-14 remaining in the first period. Scoreless are the two teams. As I mentioned, it was senior day, and before the game, had a nice little ceremony. Rolled out a carpet onto the ice. Joe Callahan, Jason Ferguson, and Nick Van Allen were honored. Their parents came out, had some flowers, had some pictures. Really moving ceremony. Happy to see the Owl seniors get sent off in the right way. Rutgers win the face-off and chips it into the neutral ice where both teams will chase. Also, Mower gets it into the offensive zone, but ain't able to get it in deep to apply any forecheck. Ryan Tress plays up back up to neutral zone, and Mower tries to get that one in deep. Garrett Russell, and all alone, shoot, save Florio. He had a chance, the puck bounced around. Found his way with a chance, 2-on-1 Rutgers, and they are offsides. Last few minutes has opened up as both teams are finding some odd man rushes, as Garrett Russell just found a bouncing puck from Austin Mower, who chipped it in deep and had a shot on Florio, and Rutgers had a 2-on-1 the other way, but they were offsides, and we will have a neutral zone face-off. Will Green, Thomas Pinella on the ice, as well as Mike Ianieri, Ryan Tress, and Connor Lordy for Temple. Pinella in the face-off, gets tied up. Puck finds its way to Tress, and he gets it out to the neutral zone. Will Green will chase. Will Green chasing the puck. He gets it. He's in the slot. Shot. Scores! Top right. Bar down. Temple scores. It is 1-0 with 12:33 left in the first period. Will Green with a snipe to give Temple the early lead. Persistence on the puck is the name of the game, and Will Green did not give up. He couldn't settle it, found a way to finally settle it. For 1 second it was on his stick, the next second it was in the back of the net. 1-0 Temple. Will Green in the chase again as Rutgers wraps it around the boards. Josh Kim gets it out to neutral zone. And it looks like there will be a penalty on Mike Ianieri for a hit on Josh Kim. And we will have the first installment of the Richie's penalty kill for the Temple Owls. Their penalty kill is 78% on the year. Stephen Cavalier, Ian Barbineri, Ryan Treffs, and Charles Giazza are out there for Temple. Rutgers is in the neutral zone as Temple wins the face-off and clears the puck. Rutgers looking for some time. Gets it over to Josh Kim, who's streaking down the left wing. Josh Kim plays it back. Sean Lippincott. Sean Lippincott surveying. Pirouettes and gets it in deep with Tress disrupting. Gutierrez swings it over to Privatera looks and it's broken up by Charles Giazza. Charles Giazza in a foot race. He breaks it. He's on the breakaway. Florio shoots wide right. Just missed the net. Charles Giazza showing off the speed, beating his man in a race and having a prime opportunity as Rutgers is coming the other way, breaks the blue line. Charles Giazza is there to break it up though. Nice penalty killing from the captain. Josh Kim tries to pirouette around Giazza, but Giazza is there to stay. They just get it in deep and Treff's there, who clears it along the length of the ice, and Temple can change as Ryan Treffs comes on. Kyle Smedley comes on. Lippincott, Dipsy Dews, gets over to Prividera, but not enough for Ondick as he gets it back in, and Florio will settle it for Lippincott. Tyler Allen in his offensive zone gets decked by Stephen Cavalier. Big hit as the Owls have the puck in the offensive zone shorthanded. Brandon Ondick skating around the zone, playing with the puck, and kills off some valuable time. 30 seconds left on a penalty kill. Rutgers is in. They're deep. Tyler Allen skating around the net. Cavalier tries to deliver a big hit, disrupts him just for a second as the puck goes out to the point. Unable to handle that is Cole Ashcroft. And Stephen Cavalier gets the puck and kills it the length of the ice. 10 seconds left on the penalty kill, and that'll about do it. Florio sets it up for his fellow D-man. Oh, Brandon Ondick might have tripped up a player. That's Brian Pfister, but no call. As Ondick is battling with Pfister along the boards, and Andrew Kaiser is there along the half boards to settle it as the puck goes down to the neutral zone. Smedley is there to settle it. Pass over to Bowles, who gets it in deep, but only as far as Pfister. Rutgers through the neutral zone. Barely able to get it out as Ondick stops it and gets it back in. McDowell in the chase. As Rutgers just taking their time, someone behind the net, but the Owls forecheck is persistent thus far. As the puck just gets it out, Ian Bowles gets it back in deep, and Florio will settle it again for Cole Ashcroft. Rutgers gets it in deep. Ian Bowles there to chase. Matt Sanchez, who scored a hat trick last time out against Temple for Rutgers, gets it in, plays it deep. Blocker save, Auerbach, as Ryan Tress clears the crease. Puck squeezed by him for a little bit, but Auerbach just got enough. McDowell's in the chase for Temple as the puck comes out, and Jenny for Rutgers settles it and keeps it in the neutral zone, but is played back deep. Garrett Elmer. Ryan Tress plays it deep. John Dorn there pestering the puck. Austin Mower is along his chase. Garrett Russell there as well. Jason Ferguson and Ryan Tress out there on defense for the Owls. Josh Kim all alone in the left corner. Gets it back out for Rutgers. Shot wide. Unable to get that on net. And it looks like there will be a penalty. Is that a penalty? Ref has his arm up. Have a little stoppage in play. I guess it wasn't a penalty. Don't know what the stoppage is for, as John Dorn gets into face-off circle against Ian Zinth for Rutgers. And the puck looks like it gets up, hits one of the poles or the ceiling. Face-off will go out to neutral zone. Griffin Privatera is also on the ice for Rutgers. He, as well, was Sanchez. He scored a hat trick last time out against Temple, and he added 3 assists in Rutgers' 15-2 win over Temple. Faceoff goes out to neutral zone for a second, but it's going to come right back to Auerbach's right. John Dorn in the faceoff circle for Temple. Ian Ziff in the faceoff circle for Rutgers. After the face-off, John Doran comes away with it and chips it out to neutral ice, where Don DeFanzio was settled for Rutgers, and he gets it in deep, but Ryan Tress eludes him for a second, but he gets it in the left corner, has time, passes over to the senior Jason Ferguson. Ferguson with a nice pass over to Will Green, who gets it in deep. Green out there to chase Temple's goal scorer, but Lippincott comes away with the puck for Rutgers as he's coming through the neutral zone. Gets it in the offensive zone for a second, but Tress is right there to bat it out. Ferguson and Tress play catch, as Tress takes second. Gets it over to Pinella, who gets it in deep, and Will Green is there to chase with Lippincott. Will Green wins the battle, chips it out, but Rutgers is able to come away with it, still battling in Rutgers' defensive zone. But the Scarlet Knights get it out to center ice as Josh Kim is skating up, passes the blue line, makes a little dipsy-do, in on Auerbach, unable to get a clean shot off as Alex Barboneri was there to chase. Will Green in the neutral zone, gets it in deep. Garrett Russell there to pressure Lippincott, who gets it over, but Temple is there along the half boards. Gets in the middle, bodies collide, but Rutgers is there to get it out. Sends it the length of the ice. Icing is waved off as Josh Kim wins the battle. Gets out to the point. Shot is wide. Chino gets it in deep. Barboneri is there. Plays it over to Cavalier. Cavalier and Giazza fighting for the puck along the boards. Giazza comes away with it, battling with Hacino of Rutgers. Barboneri gets it behind the net as he's skating around. Backhand pass to Garrett Elmer. Elmer springs Giazza in the middle of the ice. He's coming through. Breaks his zone, sends a little knuckle puck on Florio, and he is up to the task. Giazza's in the quarter battling for the puck. Garrett Elmer comes in support. Puck finds his way back to Barboneri, who keeps it in the zone. Stephen Cavalier, tries to play the puck, goes off a Rutgers skate and into the neutral zone. Zembricki tries to play it. It looks like it took a weird bounce off him, stays in the defensive zone. Garrett Elmer comes in with a big hit to disrupt the puck. The puck isn't on net. Puck comes off the moorings, but Ben Auerbach is also there to cover up. 6:43 left in the first period. Temple leading 1-0. Rutgers leading the shot total 8-5. Ben Auerbach has been up to the task on all of 8 Rutgers shots. Only probably about one extremely dangerous chance for Rutgers, but Ben Auerbach was there with the glove save. Giazza unable to win the faceoff. Rutgers gets it to the net, unable to get through the bodies. Taylor Allen battling there for Rutgers. He's in the left corner. Goes back. Garrett Elmer pestering now. Alex Barboneri coming for support. Charles Giazza lays a big hit in the corner. Taylor Allen along the half boards, eludes him. Alex Barboneri just shovels it out. Looks like it'll go on ice, so go on goal, so there will be no icing. Brian Pfister back there to play for Rutgers. He's skating through the defensive zone. Tries to spring a pass, but Brandon Ondick's stick was there, and the body saved by Ben Auerbach, showing tremendous position thus far in this game, allowing 0 goals on 9 shots. Puck finds its way back to the point, gets through, but not on net. Brandon Ondick tries to spring Charles Giazza, pass a little bit behind him, which just forces him to backhand it on net from the neutral zone. Florio is up to the task. That'll count as a shot on goal, so Temple is up to 6 shots. Both teams change as Ryan Pfister plays it up to Taylor Allen, but unable to get it out of their own defensive zone. Bodies tangle as Andrew Kaiser plays it back to Kyle Smedley, who plays it up through the neutral zone, and McDowell plays the puck deep. He's chasing with Tyler Gutierrez of Rutgers. And the puck finds its way out of play, and we will have a face-off. It looks to be in the Temple offensive zone with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first period. Temple leading 1-0 on a beautiful snipe from Will Green over Rutgers goalie Chris Florio's glove hand to break the score around the 15-minute mark in the first period. Faceoff's one to Brandon Ondick, who gets it in deep. Kaiser in there to chase. Ian Bowles coming up for support along the half boards, plays it in the middle, but Rutgers' sticks are in the way and the Pats cannot get through. Gutierrez plays it for Rutgers, and it goes back to Pfister, and he's going to be pressured by McDowell in the corner. That looks like it's battling a Pfister. Ondick comes to support, and Temple comes away with the puck, but Rutgers is there as they skate through the defensive zone. Come flying up is Matt Sanchez, coming to shot wide left. Unable to get a clean shot. Ryan Tress did a good job of cutting off his angle to get any high danger scoring opportunity. Goldstein for Rutgers, playing the puck. Sanchez comes in for support. Goldstein comes away with it, in front, but it eludes Jenny, and Rutgers is not able to get a prime shot on net as we have a stoppage in play with 4:34 left in the first period. Brandon Ondick, Andrew Kaiser, Ian Bowles, Sean McDowell, and Ryan Tress on the ice for Temple. Kaiser wins the faceoff back to Tress. He gets it up to Kaiser. Kaiser plays it along the boards to McDowell, unable to find the puck at a skate. Comes back to Kaiser, who gets it out of the defensive zone, and Rutgers is forced to chip it in deep and check back to get on sides. Ryan Tress surveying, skating up to the defensive zone. Plays it back to Brandon Ondick. Ondick lays it off for Ian Bowles, who plays it up to Tress along the left wing, who just deflects it in deep. Garrett Russell in chasing Luke Siaka for Rutgers. Siaka skates out of the defensive zone in the neutral zone, and he just chips it in deep before it goes off Barbineri. Ferguson collects the puck in front of the net, plays it, but Rutgers is able to keep it in. Send a shot on net, deflection, save, Auerbach. His pad's there, and he will cover up to force a face-off with 3:50 left. Puck took a couple different bounces, but Auerbach, with his exceptional positioning in the first period, is able to get his pad in front of it and keep Rutgers off the board and maintain Temple's 1-0 lead. Last time we were here at York, the net Auerbach is occupying right now was given a little bit of trouble as well. Kept coming off his moorings. I feel like the rest were getting a little mad at it. Looks like they're starting to get a little mad right now, trying to build up snow so it could stay in his place as much as possible. John Dorn in the faceoff circle for Temple. Wins it against Jake Goldstein. Sanchez is in the corner. Pirouettes around Barbineri, but Barbineri pins him. John Dorn in for support. But Goldstein comes away with it, tries to wrap around. Save! Auerbach! Quick post-to-post movement by Ben Auerbach and gets the right pad there to deny the wraparound attempt from Goldstein. The puck's in front. Goldstein gets another shot, but Ben Auerbach is there. Exceptional first period. He's up to 14 saves so far. Another shot, another save. And Auerbach on his back doing whatever he can to keep Rutgers off the board because they are really pressuring right now. Jason Ferguson gets the puck away from Goldstein, and he will just chip it out, and that will be an icing. Temple tried to fool the refs a little bit, get a quick change off before the icing, try to make the refs not remember who's on the ice, but the refs said, no, you can't do that. That's not fair to Rutgers. You just iced the puck. You can't get a free change. So the Temple players will come back on the ice. Ben Auerbach with a great save on Jake Goldstein to deny the wraparound opportunity to keep this a 1-0 lead for Temple with 3:08 left in the first period. Gutierrez and Will Green. Gutierrez gets thrown out of the faceoff circle. Tyler Allen will come in for Rutgers. A little back and forth on the faceoff. Still fighting for possession. Garrett Russell looks like he comes away with it on to Will Green, who just chips it up the neutral zone, and Temple will change. Also, Mulroy is going off the ice. Get some fresh legs on after that long defensive zone shift, but the legs are tired for Temple as Lippincott comes through neutral zone for Rutgers. He's gaining some speed, crosses the blue line. He's in there on his backhand, forehand, and tries to get it through, but too many sticks and skates to get through. Lippincott just gets it in deep, but unable to do so as Jason Ferguson is there, and he chips Will Green, who is screaming down the left wing, but unable to get a clean shot or pass off as Lippincott chases back and gets his stick to disrupt the play. Smedley collects, gets over to Ferguson, who just tries to chip it in deep, but unable to get it past Lippincott. Auerbach settles the puck for Smedley, who just skate around his neck, being pestered by Ludakis. And Josh Kim comes in for support for Rutgers. But Ferguson, the senior, playing well so far, coming away with the puck. Then Will Green is able to get it just out of the defensive zone, forcing Rutgers to regroup. But Rutgers is coming in again, as that is Tyler Gutierrez. Gutierrez in the corner. Allen comes away with the puck. Tries the center, but unable to do so. Shot Rutgers wide. That was a big shot from Frister, but it cannot find the net. Cole Ashcroft keeps it in for Rutgers. It's Gutierrez. He's being pestered by Smedley. Leaves it off for Tyler Allen, who's behind the Temple net. Pinella waiting, trying to get the puck away from me. Ian Bowles comes in support. Now Tyler Pinella comes in there, and Ludakis comes in for Rutgers, and he comes away with the puck. Tries to get to the center, but Auerbach is there. One save, two saves. And it looks like the net is off its moorings as the puck was being flung around in the slot. Ben Auerbach made at least one save. Looked like he might have made two. But the net is off its moorings, and I bet the refs are very mad at that net because it has not done a good job of staying on this game, last game, nor the entire season. I bet Auerbach is probably mad at that net too because can't really get a lot of push off a net that's not sturdy on the post. But he was able to do so on a wraparound attempt from Jake Goldstein. The best save of the game so far. So Will Green tries to get the puck out along the half boards, battling with Zimp, but it comes in to Josh Kim, who gets it. Save! Auerbach denies Privateer, the Rutgers captain. Josh Kim tries to get in the center, but Ben Auerbach is there. He's there again. 2 saves by Ben Auerbach. He's up to 18 on the game. He's made at least a handful in the last minute. Ben Auerbach showing some athleticism and some lateral movement to make those saves. As Garrett Elmer is pressuring for Temple. He's in the defensive zone of Rutgers. He's able to get it. Charles Gazza sends a shot. It's just wide. Garrett Elmer and Cavalier fighting for the puck. Gazza gets the puck again in the shot, and it gets deflected, blocked by a Rutgers stick, and it hits the netting behind the net. And we will have a stoppage in play with 46.2 seconds to go. Temple is holding a 1-0 lead on a beautiful wrister from Will Green, beating Florio in the top right. Rutgers is leading the shot category, however, 18-7, but Ben Auerbach has had every answer to keep the Owls in front in this first period. Rutgers playing with the puck behind the net, try to get out the neutral zone, and they do, but Zembricki is there and plays it in deep, and Florio will leave it behind for Lippincott. Jenny chips it up for Rutgers. Well, it looks like Ryan Tress is there as he's going to skate up, gets it in deep, and he's going to forecheck on his own. The defenseman coming up, lays a nice little hit, and the Cavalier is in the support behind him, who keeps the puck in deep. He's behind the net, tries to make a move, but unable to do so. But Cavalier, he's still pressuring the puck. Garrett Elmer taking Ryan Tress' spot down at the point. Gazza comes away with the puck, shot, and glove save. Florio with 4.5 seconds left. That shot was Temple's 8th shot of the day, 10 less than Rutgers. But Temple, nonetheless, still holds a 1-0 lead from a beautiful wrister from Will Green. Last time out against Rutgers, Temple did score the first 2 goals, then let up 15 unanswered for the 15-2 loss. As the period comes to end, Josh Kim gets a shot off right before the buzzer, but nothing too pressuring of Ben Auerbach. As we end the first period, Temple leads 1-0 on a strike from Will Green. Rutgers leads the shots 18-8. Ben Auerbach had the answer for all 18 Rutgers shots, as he has 18 saves, including a couple highlight reel saves. Keep it locked in here on the Temple Broadcast Network, as we'll come back with the intermission report with myself, Mike Zangroni, alongside Jay Niemeyer. We will be right back. Welcome into the Temple Ice Broadcast Network intermission report. I'm Mike Zangroni alongside Jay Niemeyer. Temple leading 1-0 after 1 to Rutgers University, but losing the shot total 18-8. The one thing that really stood out to me, Jay, in that first period is Ben Auerbach. Yes, Will Green had that goal, but Ben Auerbach, 18 saves in the first period. What did you see from him?
I saw him get better as the period went on. The last 5 minutes especially, he was on it. He was getting those kick saves out. He was really just on it where he needs to be. So he definitely got better over the course of the period. And if he keeps getting better over the period, I think Temple's in a good spot.
Yeah, Temple started out the period strong. Will Green, 8 minutes in, getting that strike to give Temple the 1-0 lead. They were forechecking earlier. There was a bit of back and forth play, but it seemed like in that last 5 minutes, Rutgers was really getting some pressure. What can Temple do to make sure they come out in the second period and don't allow that to happen again?
They need to have their passes on point. If they're passing to their teammates and not just to an area, it'll be a lot easier for them to keep possession of the puck.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed, that they were unable to really connect on their passes, especially those last 5 minutes, which forced Auerbach to make those saves, unable to get out to the defensive zone. But when they were able to get out to the defensive zone, they were able to generate some forecheck. They were persistent to the puck, and that's what happened on Will Green's goal. What did you see on Green's goal?
Exactly that. I saw them forechecking, just getting hard, not just in the zone, but to the net, because corner battles are kind of cool to see, but it's not going to get you goals as well as getting to the net is.
So who's really sticking out to you besides, we can say Will Green, the goal scorer, Ben Auerbach, but other than that, who's sticking out to you in play so far?
Captain Ryan Tress, he's been really good on the back end so far. And Steve Cavalier, he's back after a couple games out, and he's really been making himself known, getting some good hits as he always does.
So last time Temple played Rutgers, Temple lost 15-2. However, they were able to score the first 2 goals of the game, jumping out to a 2-0 lead. What can Temple do this time to make sure none of that happens again and they could ride this lead or make it a game all the way to the end of the final buzzer?
I mean, Auerbach's going to have a lot to do with that, but if Temple can keep Auerbach from having to do a lot of work, that'll help. I saw a lot of good clearing in the last 5 minutes or so from the defense. They were getting where they needed to be, getting their sticks on the puck and getting it out.
So we're wrapping up the intermission report right now, but I'm obligated to ask this question. This is a question that needs to be asked every intermission report. If you were a head coach, Mark Spies, what are you telling the Temple Owls in the locker room?
I'm telling them just play like they did in the middle of the period. I think the middle of the period was the best overall team game. They weren't forcing Auerbach to make too many saves. They weren't icing the puck. They were just letting it flow.
Okay. All right. Well, for Mike Sangroni alongside Jay Niemeyer, that was the intermission report. Stay tuned to the Temple Ice Hockey Broadcast Network as we have second period action between Temple and Rutgers coming up next. Hello and welcome back to the rink at Old York Road for the second period action between the Temple Owls and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Will Green getting a lone strike in the first period for the Owls, beating Rutgers goalie Chris Florio on the top left corner, giving the Owls the 1-0 lead. Ben Auerbach with 18 saves as we were 20 seconds into the first period, and Jake Goldstein plays it into the offensive zone for Rutgers. Jenny in the chase, but Garrett Elmer is there with the puck sitting all by itself. Goldstein pressures as him and Goldstein fight for the puck as it finds its way behind the net. Dylan Ferguson comes away with the puck, plays it off for Sean Cavalier. He gives it over to Gyaza. Gyaza coming down the left wing, makes it deep. Deep goes in the middle, but unable to do so as Lippincott breaks it up and brings it all the way down the ice, the entire length of the ice, and that will be an icing.
I like to so I can stay engaged.
Last time Temple and Rutgers faced off, it was a 15-2 victory for Rutgers. Temple, however, scored the first 2 goals. Like today, they got on the board first, but we don't know if it'll be like the other game yet, if Rutgers will score any unanswered goals, or if Temple will be in here to play. As Lippincott skates around his net, brings it all the way through the neutral zone, skates up, tries to send a shot on Auerbach, but unable to do so. As Brandon Ondick along the half board surveying and just chips it up to center ice, where Sean McDowell will try to play it, but unable to do so. Jake Goldstein playing it for Rutgers. He's battled up along with Kaiser. The puck goes in deep. Lippincott and Ondick in the chase. Lippincott gets it up, but is saved by Zembricki. He tries to get it on net, but unable to do so as the shot is blocked. Backhand shot, Florio with the save. McDowell sent that shot, and he's in chase Lippincott right now, who just chips it all the way to the length of the ice, and that will be another icing, which will result in another offensive zone draw for Temple. Temple started out that first period very strong. It was sort of back and forth the first few minutes. Then in the 5-minute span in the middle of the period, Temple was really pressuring, kind of dictated the pace, and Rutgers came along sending a plethora of shots Auerbach's way, but Auerbach was up to the task, making a number of highlight reel saves. Ondick surveying, tries to get in the slot, hits the post! Brandon Ondick playing a little Houdini act. No one was really worried about him. He skated around the ice, just went right into the slot, sent a quick shot through a bunch of bodies. Florio had no idea where that puck was, and it hit the post, and Temple still has a 1-0 lead. Almost made it 2, was Brandon Ondick. Brandon Ondick, McDowell, and Kaiser will go off the ice for change in favor of Garrett Russell, Austin Mower, and John Dorn. John Dorn in the face-off circle for Temple against Rutgers captain Privatera, who wins it back, and it finds his way to Lippincott down in the left corner. Garrett Russell presses Lippincott along the boards, still fighting for the puck, but Rutgers comes away with it, and they're skating through the defensive zone. Passes all the way across to Matt Sanchez, who scored a hat trick last time against Temple. In the slot, shot, save, Auerbach. Looked like he got that with his mask. It's a wicked wrist shot from Sanchez, but Auerbach in good position, per usual, makes the save. Ref gets in the way of the puck a little bit, disrupts the Rutgers attack. As Kaiser settles it. Barbineri settles it and plays it to John Dorn. DeFonso plays it for Rutgers along to Josh Kim. Plays a little catch. And he is coming on the left wing. Shot wide. And the puck finds its way out of the net after it rattles along the board. 17:27 left in the second period. Temple holding a 1-0 lead. Trimmed down the shot margin just a little bit. They were trailing by 10 shots after the first period. It is now 19-10 in favor of the Scarlet Knights. Tyler Gutierrez in the face-off circle against Charles Gyaza, and Rutgers finds a way to win it, gets a shot on net, but Auerbach is there to save as Gyaza collects it along the half boards, plays it along the neutral ice, just out of the reach of Cavalier. Connor Lordy settles the puck for Temple, plays along the half boards, and then finds his way to neutral zone. As Cavalier streaking through the neutral zone, skates around one man. Charles Giazza in the front of the net, finds his way through the slot, but unable to get in, and there will be a delay penalty on Rutgers, as it looks like Gutierrez delivered a shoulder into the face of Cavalier, who went falling to the ice, and we will have our first installment of the Pub Web Power Play. Temple didn't have a power play in the first period. They only went to the penalty kill once, killing it with ease. As that'll be Tyler Gutierrez going to the box for Rutgers for 2 minutes, and Temple is on the power play. On the year, their power play is at 13.8%. They win a face-off. Giazza in the slot, gets it on to Ondick in the point. Plays along the half boards to Cavalier. Cavalier settles to Tress, taps along to Giazza. Giazza in the circle. Back to Tress along the blue line. He sends a shot, hits a couple bodies. It sounded like it hit a helmet, and it doesn't go on, and Tress keeps it in for Ondick. Ondick in the top of the slot, surveying, tries to get it in deep. Cavalier shoots it, had the angle, but didn't get enough or did not get it on net. And Lippincott pressures Cavalier, and the puck goes all the way down the length of the ice where Auerbach will play it. And it finds its way into neutral zone, but Jenny is there for Rutgers. But Giazza says, no more of that. I want the puck. We're on the power play as he skates into the offensive zone. Settles up, gets it in deep for Ondick, who skates from behind the Rutgers net. He's pressured by Lippincott. Stays strong with the puck. Kaiser in for support. On the net, there's Cavalier. Ondick gets it. He's striking in the middle of the net. Makes a move, unable to control it. He had Giazza in the front, and he had the move. He was able to do so, but unable to control the puck as it bounced on him. As Goldstein comes in for a Rutgers zone after he collects the puck from Jenny, but it goes out to the neutral zone where Giazza will come in. He takes a shot right into the breadbasket of Florio, and we will have an offensive zone face-off to Florio's left with 52 seconds left on the Temple Owls' first Pub Web Power Play. Temple makes a change. Brandon Ondick, one of the names going off. And on comes Sean McDowell, Andrew Kaiser, Garrett Elmer, as the two co-captains, Charles Giazza and Ryan Treff, stay on the ice. Kaiser battling with the face-off. He gets it. He's in the slot. Shot. Save. Florio. The puck is loose. And it looks like it's under Florio's pad. It's still loose. Temple's fighting for it, but and Josh Kim comes away with the puck. Both teams were unable to find it. It looked like it was lodged on Florio's pad as Josh Kim tries to take a shot, but unable to do so as Ryan Treff disrupts that. Giazza plays it all the way up to Elmer, who tips it, and it finds its way in, but Sean McDowell is there to keep the puck in the zone. He takes a shot, and it goes wide. Ryan Treff, along with Josh Kim, battle for the puck, and Kim is able to shovel it out to center, where Temple is forced to regroup with 10 seconds left on their first Pub Web Power Play. Garrett Elmer pestered by Josh Kim, comes away with the puck, but Privatera is out in front, shot, scores! Griffin Privatera beats Ben Auerbach, and has a shorthanded goal for Rutgers to tie the score at 1 apiece with 15:01 left in the second period and 2 seconds left in the Temple power play. Garrett Elmer was unable to control that puck, tries to play it in the middle of Charles Giazza, but weren't on the same page as the pass did not go tape to tape, and Privatera is there all alone in the slot and beats Auerbach with a wrist shot and is 1 apiece as the power play expires for Temple, and we have 5-a-side hockey. Kyle Smedley pirouettes in his own defensive zone. And Rutgers is there. Fires a shot, but it is wide. It's Garrett Russell. Finds the puck at the half boards. Unable to get it out, though, as Rutgers is pressuring. Nick Ludakis pins a Temple player along the board, and now they're fighting for it. Puck seems pretty dormant. Refs are yelling to move it, and Rutgers gets it out in the center. Gets into the slot, but Auerbach is there to save. Murphy keeps it in for Rutgers, and Smedley is back in the corner to save it. All alone in the slot. Save Auerbach! Bodies are flying around in front. The puck is still loose, and the whistle is finally blown. Bit of a scrum in front. Hard to see what was happening here. I can hear some frustration from both teams, as there was one scrum in front of Florio where no one could find the puck. Teams were trying to score. And there was one in front of Auerbach. And there will be a defensive zone draw upcoming to Auerbach's left, as he just gets up off the ice, shakes his head a little bit. gets back in the action as Charles Giazza is in the face-off circle for Temple, and he wins it back. Barbieri, who plays it all the way behind his net to Cavalier, who plays in the center. Giazza chips it in deep. Garrett Elmer will chase with Cole Ashcroft. Ashcroft pushes Elmer along the boards, pushes him down with a big hit, and Zinth will be there. Another big hit by Cavalier, and that will draw a penalty. That's the second big hit by Cavalier. He will be called for a cross-check on Zinth. We'll let that be Ashcroft going to the box for Rutgers on his hit on Elmer. Cavalier's hit looked clean. I was a bit perplexed why there was a penalty on him, but there wasn't. And Temple will be going on the pub whip power play for the second time this period and the second time today. As Cole Ashcroft gets a penalty for cross-checking Garrett Elmer into the boards, and Temple is on the power play. Lippincott controls for Rutgers, and he just sends it the length of the ice right to the right of Auerbach as he just pads it along to the corner boards. Brandon Ondick plays along the Cavalier as Temple's just playing catch in the defensive zone in efforts of looking to move up and get settled in the offensive zone. Brandon Ondick skates across, stops as he surveys in the left corner, now on the half boards. Saucer pass all the way to Giazza, who now has it to the left of Florio. Back to Ondick. Ondick tries to center, but DiRenzo's there, but Tress keeps it in. Now Kaiser keeps it in. Ondick down to Cavalier, back to Ondick. And that pass is broken up by Alex Asino. Ryan Tress with a big hit. Plays it one-handed to Brandon Ondick, who gives it to Cavalier. Temple trying to get set. Cavalier in a shot. Save Florio. Giazza gets the rebound. Plays it to Kaiser. Lippincott pressures him. DeFanzo pressures for Rutgers. Kaiser to Giazza along the Tress. Shot. And that is blocked as Kaiser is behind the net. Plays catch with Ondick. Puck bounces out. Ondick settles. Takes his time. Surveys. Tries to make a move, but his poke check. He gets the puck back. Over to Giazza, and the pass is broken up by Rutgers. Looked like Tyler Allen got a stick in that passing lane, or Giazza might have had a one-time goal opportunity. Giazza over to Ondick. 28 seconds left in the power play. Tries to go backdoor to Giazza, but it just bounces over his stick. Captain Charles is in the corner, pressured by Lippincott. The ref gets in the way. Giazza shot! Wide. Cavalier with a beautiful no-look behind-the-back pass to Giazza, but Giazza is unable to hit the net as there's 10 seconds left on Temple's second power play. And DeFonso would send it the length of the ice for Rutgers, and that will do it. As Privatera is first for Rutgers to get to the puck, Ondick will settle right next to Auerbach, and the power play has expired. John Dorn settles for Temple in his defensive zone. Gives it to Brandon Ondick, who takes his time. Saucer pass up to Giazza. Gets it in deep. Beats Lippincott. DeFonso there. Plays it up to Lippincott, who gets it in to the neutral zone. Josh Kim up there with Privatera for Rutgers. Josh Kim shoots. High right. He missed the net. Rutgers is getting offensive zone pressure. If they're not on the penalty kill, they're usually in the offensive zone, it looks like so far this game. Rutgers in their offensive zone. Shot to the breadbasket of Ben Auerbach, and he will cover up for a defensive zone face-off to his left. It's 11-11. Let's make a wish. What's everybody's wishes? I know my wish is for everybody to have fun and everybody to have a good game. And so what it looks like we're getting here. Shots are 24-18 Rutgers. Score is 1-1 with now 11 minutes left in the second period. Also over in there for Temple, pressuring, trying to get the puck, but unable to do so. Siaka gets it for Rutgers, sends a shot. Nothing too bad for Auerbach, though, as he just gloves it. And there will be another defensive zone face-off. Looks to be to his right with 10:58 left in the second period.
I know. That's what I'm working on it.
It is 5:02, meaning Townsend's game versus Penn State Berks presumably has dropped a puck, meaning if Townsend were to lose that game today, which we will find out after the final of this game, Temple will be in the ECHA playoffs as the 6th seed. If Townsend were to win, Temple would need Townsend to lose tomorrow to Villanova. As Jake Goldstein goes into breakaway for Rutgers, makes a move, save Auerbach. Josh Goldstein tries to go backhand, forehand real quick, but did not fool Auerbach or get him out of position, and he was there to make the sprawling pad save as the net comes off its moorings with 10:38 left to go in the second period. Score is still tied at 1 apiece. That's the second great save Ben Auerbach made on Goldstein today. In the first period, Goldstein had a wraparound opportunity. Looked like Auerbach was out of position for once, but he was right there to flash the pad and make the save, as he was to do on Goldstein's breakaway. Temple in their defensive zone. Mower trying to get it out to the neutral zone, but unable to do so as he's pestered by Murphy. By Rutgers. Sanchez gets it in deep. Looked like it might have been offsides. They will call offsides. Rutgers did not touch it, and Temple will regroup behind their net. Zamberki passes it up, but unable to get it out of his defensive zone. And Smedley was there to take it up to Mower, who's coming up the left wing. Looks like he gets hooked, calling for a penalty, but will not get one. Now it's Thomas Pinella, as Jake Goldstein comes in the zone for Rutgers. Jake Goldstein with a couple of prime opportunities, sends a backhand, gave Auerbach a little bit of trouble, but he was there for the save. Lippincott along the blue line for Rutgers, gets it in deep, but Zamberki just paddles that to the corner. Jake Goldstein behind the net for Rutgers, battling with Smedley. Thomas Pinella just shovels it out, tries to get it in the neutral zone, where there's a nice move by Garrett Russell. And Will Green's there for Temple to get it in deep. Will Green gets it, tries to center it, but Lippincott is there to stop it. It's a 4-on-2 for Rutgers if they hurry, but Jenny is unable to keep control of the puck. And the puck bounces off of Thomas Pinella's stick into the Temple bench. We will have a neutral zone face-off. Will Green, the goal scorer at the 12:33 mark of the first period for Temple. And Griffin Privatera with a shorthanded strike are their only two goals today, as it is 1-1 with 9:20 left in the second period, as Alex Barbieri plays it in deep. Pfister plays it back to DeFazio for Rutgers. Connor Lordy there, the pressure. But Tyler Allen comes up, makes a dipsy-do in the slot, save Auerbach. Nothing too deadly there as Auerbach was in position, stayed square to the shooter, and didn't let Tyler Allen score. Allen didn't really have the most cleanest opportunity as he was trying to get past a couple Temple defenders, but nonetheless he did get a shot off, and nonetheless Ben Auerbach was there to make the save. Allen is pressuring again for Rutgers. He's in the right corner behind Auerbach. Plays it back. Shot can't find its way through, and it goes to the corner. It's Barbieri is there to settle the puck. He passes along to Lordy, eludes him, goes to Garrett Elmer along the half boards, and Charles Giazza is there to chip it out, and eventually finds its way to neutral zone. Charles Giazza in a foot race, unable to beat his man. And the puck finds its way into the Temple bench yet again. It looks like it might have bounced off the ref when Connor Lordy was trying to get it deep. Temple has 7 players who are in double-digit points this year. As 7, Charles Giazza leads the team with 30 goals, 15 assists for a collective 45 points. As the face-off is won by Kaiser, goes all the way back behind Auerbach, and Barbieri is there to play at the Lordy, who plays catch with Barbieri right back to him. Barbieri pirouettes behind his net. The big man, 6'5", he's able to do a pirouette at 6'5". Brandon Ondick finds the puck in his defensive zone, chips it out to the neutral zone, and is a foot race with Sean McDowell. He's unable to win it, but Brandon Ondick finds his way in, makes it deep, shot, goes off for a couple Rutgers players, and finds its way behind the net where Ashcroft's there to settle. It eludes him. Brandon Ondick tries to pass it. He whiffs on the pass. Gets it to Andrew Kaiser, who's in the corner, muscles his way to the middle, going around the net, passes it to Lordy. Lordy back to Kaiser. Kaiser with the shot, bounce off a couple people, finds his way in the slot, and nowhere to be found for a Temple offensive player. As Rucker gets it in deep, on to Ondick, and he'll just play it behind his net where Andrew Kaiser will come away with the puck, trying to get it out into the neutral zone, which he has trouble doing. And Rutgers, Josh Kim, that is in the slot, save Auerbach. Looks like another mass save by Auerbach. Privatera plays it for Rutgers all the way into the neutral zone as he was trying to find Luke Siaka, but unable to do so. Zinth plays it in deep. Josh Kim first to it for Rutgers. Behind the net, centers it out in front, off a couple skates, but Temple comes away with it. Temple skating up. Garrett Russell coming up fast to the left wing, tries to make a dipsy-do around Lippincott, but unable to do so as he gets hammered into the boards. Brandon Ondick in there for support, and he's unable to do so as Zinth gets it out to Josh Kim, who skates out to the defensive zone and plays it up to Privatera. But Temple is able to get it out. A quick 2-on-1 if they hurry. Brandon Ondick in the slot, tries to make a move, go around a man, chips it up, and the puck finds its way behind the net, where Lippincott comes away with it. Lippincott leaves it for Privatera, and Temple will change. And he finds Josh Kim skating up. And Rutgers unable to handle it. And they can't find a clean shot. That was Ian Zinth. And the puck is behind the Temple net where Jason Ferguson, the senior, is handling it and tries to get it out. But Jake Goldstein is there to stop the puck. Keep it in the offensive zone for Rutgers. Goldstein plays it back to Lippincott, who sends a shot. No man in front. Oh, that looked like it was a save by Auerbach off the initial opportunity. Save on Sanchez. The puck finds its way through, and Auerbach with another pad save. Ryan Bagley back there for Rutgers, keeping the puck. Sends a shot on net, but it was a save, Auerbach. Glove save, Auerbach. He's up to 32 saves on the day as we have a little pushing and shoving. As my good friend Taylor Snyder would say, business cards are being exchanged. Shots are 33-18 in favor of the Scarlet Knights, who are sporting some real nice unis. They remind me of the New Jersey Devils unis. Very similar color, but obviously different striping, as they have 3 stripes along the sleeves and 2 stripes along the crest behind their logo, with a black nameplate, white lettering, white numbers, and white trim on the black shoulder pads. Very sharp, I must say. As the puck's played out to neutral zone, but Charles Giazza gets the dumping attempt for Rutgers and keeps it there. Ryan Tress gloves it down again, tries to get it in deep. He does so. And that is Tyler Gutierrez will settle around, the assistant captain for Rutgers, behind Florio. He tries to chip it out, but no one there for Rutgers besides Jason Ferguson for Temple. And he will dump it out to neutral zone. Charles Giazza settles as Temple regroups. And he tries a stretch pass for Cavalier, but it just goes straight to Florio. But not a bad idea. He either had a Cavalier or an offensive zone draw, and he'll get the offensive zone draw with 5:13 remaining in the second period. The score tied at 1. Tyler Gutierrez in the face-off circle against Thomas Pinella for Temple. Gutierrez wins it as Pfister plays it along for Ludakis. Ludakis skates through the defensive zone into the neutral zone. And as Tyler Allen for Rutgers tries to muscle his way to the front of the net. As the puck is loose to the slot, Tyler Allen comes away with it again. Auerbach trying to find that puck, moving his head all over the place as Tyler Allen is still along the half boards now to Pfister. Pfister along the blue line sends it, but is blocked by Ian Bowles, and it goes into the corner. Excuse me, Mike Ianieri blocked that shot. And Tyler Allen along the boards comes away with the puck again for Rutgers as he battles through 2 Temple defenders trying to bring him down, but he's still with the puck in the corner. Pierre West tries to get into the center, but unable to do so, and there's a quick 3-on-2 break if Temple hurries. Will Green, Temple's goal scorer, gets it in deep. Ianieri in there for support in the corner. But Will Green still pressing for the puck. Pfister chips it along to the corner, and DeFazio will gather for Scarlet Knights and shovel it out to center ice, while Kyle Smedley will settle the puck and regroup for Temple. Him and Barbieri play catch. It's Barbieri. Sends it back to Smedley. Temple still in their defensive zone trying to get it out. And it will come all the way out to Thomas Pinella, who just slap it in deep, and Temple will go for a line change. John Dorn comes in. Cavalier in the slot. John Dorn over. Oh, and it just eludes all of them. That was Garrett Elmer, He calls that offensive opportunity. And Charles Giazza tries to get to the center. It flutters. Florio gloves it down, and eventually Rutgers gets out to neutral zone. Garrett Elmer pressures and gives Cavalier a primetime scoring opportunity. He tried to pass it over to Elmer, but unable to connect as Giazza comes streaking down the left wing. Chips into the middle. Save Florio right into his breadbasket. With 3:19 remaining in the second period, we will have a defensive zone draw to Florio's left. Score still 1-1. Shots 34-21 in favor of the Scarlet Knights. Giazza in the face-off circle, but Synth wins it for Rutgers as Ashcroft plays it deep, and Privatera will chase against Barbieri, and Privatera comes away with it. He's in the offensive zone. Shot, and it was blocked by Zembricki, and it goes wide. But Zent's in the slot, unable to control it as Gyaza is there to pester him, and he collects the puck behind the net. Tries a pirouette, but unable to do so. Josh Kim in his slot. Blocker save by Ben Auerbach. The puck comes all the way out and is blocked by a Temple defender. That is Garrett Elmer, who's streaking up, and he will get it deep into the offensive zone where Zembricki will chase. It takes a weird bounce off the boards. Cavalier tries a backhand, but he misses the net. Gyaza would chip it down to Cavalier as they try to get a cycle going. Rutgers is able to clear it out. Siaka, who gets it out deep. Sanchez with Josh Kim. Josh Kim, shot blocked by Ryan Treffs. Beautiful shot blocked by the defenseman. It's Brandon Ondigs along the half boards. Tries to get it out to neutral zone, unable to do so. Siaka keeps it in there. Then it's Zent who keeps it in, beats Ondick, but a nice poke check by Ondick to disrupt that offensive opportunity. Ondick tries to chip it up deep. Looks like he had Ryan Treffs streaking down the right wing if he had him. As Cavalier comes in and out slot, he tries to drop it off to Ryan Treffs, passes on taking a shot, and Rutgers is coming the other way. That's Jenny over to Goldstein, who scores! Jean Cavalier passed up the opportunity to shoot on a Temple odd man rush. Rutgers gets a 3-1 the other way. And Mason Jenny shifts it over to Jake Goldstein, who beats Ben Auerbach with 1:53 remaining in the second period, and it is 2-1. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights lead Temple here at the rink at Old York Road. Shots are 36-21 in favor of Rutgers. Figure it was about time before Rutgers got that second goal. They were pestering that whole entire period. Temple had some opportunities, but unable to get clean shots on net. But Rutgers, on the other hand, they were able to get clean shots on their own, and they beat Ben Auerbach for the second time this period to take their first lead of the game. Sean Murphy passes over to Lippincott for Rutgers, eludes him. McDowell's there, tries to keep it in, but Lippincott pressures, and it's Tyler Allen trying to get it out for Rutgers, but it finds its way back to Sean Murphy, who just shovels it out. There's a stoppage in play. Might be an offsides, or looks like it's going to be a penalty. As Connor Lordy and the referee are having a conversation, and not sure if it's going to be a penalty. Looks like more of a intentional offsides as Connor Lordy tried to bat the puck down with his hand and keep it in the zone, but it came out for a second, forcing a defensive zone faceoff all the way to Ben Auerbach's direct blocker side. Andrew Kaiser in the faceoff circle for Temple. He wins it. Barbieri to chase, skating around his net along the half boards, and Temple is able to clear it out. Skating up center ice, coming in with speed is Andrew Kaiser. Takes a shot, but Lippincott's shin pads were in the way. Rutgers the other way. Zent enters the zone, takes a shot right into the breadbasket of Ben Auerbach with 1 minute and 1 second left in the second period. Temple will take a defensive zone draw to Ben Auerbach's left. Score is 2-1 as Jake Goldstein scores for Rutgers, and Griffin Privatera was the other Scarlet Knights goal early in the second period to give Rutgers a 2-1 lead. Will Green with the first period strike for Temple. The puck's played all the way out to the neutral zone, where Andrew Kaiser will play it back to Barbieri. Barbieri taking his time, surveying, gets it to Ondick, who just chips it in deep. Sean McDowell in there to chase. With DeFonza of Rutgers, who comes away with the puck. Tries to get it along, but Gyaza pitches board, keeps it in there. It's back to the play, gets it back to Tress, who's unable to control it, has to go out the neutral zone to settle. He'll just chip it in as Temple goes in for a line change. And Ashcroft for Rutgers skates through the neutral zone, lays it off to Privatera, the Rutgers' first goal scorer. He tries to go cross-ice pass, but Gyaza is there to block it. 3-on-2 for Temple. Gyaza coming down the left wing. Gives it to Garrett Elmer, takes a shot, but unable to get enough of it as it just trickles wide. He wraps it around the boards. Barbieri is there to pinch. He tries to center it. And Florio will just punch it to the side. And Ashcroft will get it out to the neutral zone for Rutgers, and that'll do it for the second period. Griffin Privatera and Jake Goldstein score for Rutgers, make it 2-1. Rutgers at the end of 2 shots. Rutgers has 37, Temple has 22. As we have 1 period to play here on the Temple Ice Hockey Broadcast Network. Please stay tuned for the intermission report with Taylor Snyder and Jay Niemeyer.
And we're back here at the York. I am Taylor Snyder, joined by Jay Niemeyer for the second intermission report. Temple down to Rutgers right now, 2-1. A goal by Rutgers there at the end. Short-handed, Jay. Not quite what the Owls wanted in that period. What did you see out of them, and how do you think they could improve to make this closer in third?
You know, I really saw them kind of slacking a bit. They were pretty content with where they were after the first period, and so they just kind of let it back, and they weren't pushing for those scoring opportunities that they had.
Yeah, Ben Auerbach coming up big in this game for the Owls, has faced 30-plus shots. Temple only in the 20-shot category right now. That's definitely got to change in the third period if they want to make this close, right, Jay?
Oh, absolutely. There are some games where teams don't even get 30 shots in the entire game. They're already up close to 40 after 2 periods. The Owls have got to stop Rutgers from getting shots and get more of their own.
Owls have had their opportunities in this game. Stephen Cavalier almost connecting with Garrett Elmer in front of the net with about 4 minutes remaining. That power play shorthanded goal by Rutgers, definitely not what the Owls want. What do you think is the key, or what do you think needs to turn around here in the third period if they are to walk out of here victorious?
They have to shoot when they've got their shot. I saw earlier during the period they had a rush with numbers, and instead of taking the shot and hoping that those numbers will have a rebound, they went for a drop pass, which it looks cool, and yeah, you're having fun. It's the possibly last game of the season, but at the same time, you still are trying to get the win here.
You know, Ben Auerbach so sharp in net all year for the Owls. The man can't do it all, though. They have to make sure he's seeing the puck defensively in the slot. When they're pushing it down and forechecking, the Owls need to do a better job of creating better quality chances rather than just throwing the puck on net for dear life. Don't be afraid to maybe be a little bit conservative. Wait for your shot. Don't be over-aggressive right now, because the second they are over-aggressive, it seems like Rutgers gets the puck right back, takes it into the extra zone, and gets a better opportunity just based off a steal. So I'll definitely be looking at that for the Owls here heading into the third period. That'll do it from the second intermission report. I am Taylor Snyder, joined by Jay Niemeyer. Michael Zingroni on the call here. Third period, Rutgers up 2-1.
Hello and welcome to the third period here at the rink at Old York Road between the Temple Owls and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. After 2 second period goals, Rutgers lead 2-1. They also lead in the shot total 37-22. Ben Auerbach has been up to task today with 35 saves, as the Temple Owls are now skating onto the ice as we get ready for the third period drop. Griffin Privatera scored a shorthanded goal, while Jake Goldstein scored a second goal for Rutgers. As we are underway in the third period, puck has been dropped, and we have action. Jake Goldstein tries to get in deep for Rutgers, but Jason Ferguson's skate gets it out to center as Garrett Elmer tries to settle. But the freshly Zamboni'd ice seems to be a little slippery as the puck keeps going, and Rutgers has a delayed offsides, giving Ryan Tress the ample time he needs to get the puck out, as he's being pestered by Sanchez and Jenny. Tress still behind his net, skates out, gets it to Elmer, who gets it to Diazza, who gets it in deep, and Cavalier is in there to chase. He bodies off the Rutgers defender. Diazza in the support. They're still chasing for the puck, and it goes out to Ferguson, who gets it in deep. But Sanchez is there for Rutgers, who's skating, flying through neutral zone, lays it off. Back to Sanchez. Auerbach's pass save is there, as Goldstein tried to hit Sanchez with a saucer pass, missed Sanchez's stick, and went on net, and Auerbach was there to save, and he covers up, and we will have a face-off to his right in the defensive zone with 9:03 left in the third period. Will Green is Temple's only goal scorer today at the 12:33 mark in the first period with a beautiful snipe to the right corner over the glove hand of Rutgers goaltender Chris Forio. Forio and Ondick, a bit of a battle today, although in the second period, Temple wasn't able to get any crazy dangerous high opportunities while Rutgers was getting them all, but Auerbach was up to task, only allowing 2 Rutgers goals. Josh Kim's behind the net for Rutgers, gets it out in front. Privatera gets it on net, tries to shove it past Auerbach, but unable to do so. Kim to the half board, plays it back. Rutgers can't get in deep, and McDowell skating up the right wing. He has Kaiser and Ondick with him. Tries to plays in deep, but he's stopped there by Ashcroft. Zenth coming in to help, but Kaiser gets it out. Smedley along the blue line, unable to keep it in, goes out to neutral zone, and the Owls must check up back at the blue line. Smedley would go off the ice, along with his defensive partner Connor Lordy. Barbieri and Ian Bowles will come on. Rutgers tries to get it out, but can't. Brandon Ondick out in front of that shot, and he just missed the net to the left. Sat all alone, maybe a little too deep, didn't have too great of an angle. Brandon Ondick out in the center, gets it over to Barbieri. The big D-man plays it in deep, and that's McDowell. Takes his time, surveys, this little saucer pass. Barbieri keeps it in, tries to chip it in to get maybe a deflection, but unable to do so. And we have a hand pass on Rutgers. Looks like the ref might be waving it off. Just personal preference. Maybe the refs aren't doing a good job of making it clear what they're calling, but that is just me. Yet they don't have microphones like they do in the NHL, so it makes it a tiny bit harder. But nonetheless, we will have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Rutgers goaltender. Garrett Russell along the boards for Temple. And finds his way along the half boards out to Josh Kim of Rutgers, who's running through neutral zone, crosses the blue line, tries to make a dipsy-do around Ian Bowles, but unable to complete the move. He keeps the puck, passes it back to Fonzo, tries to get it in deep. He does to Josh Kim, who lays off for DeFonzo, who's to Auerbach's right. Tries to center it, but no one home for Rutgers. Pfister gets it in deep, gets a nice hit from Barbieri, but it finds its way over, and Auerbach gets a pass save and is out. And Barbieri tries to spring Garrett Russell, but looked like the ref got in the way. And Gutierrez sends a harmless shot right into the chest of Auerbach, and we will have another defensive zone draw, and that was the 41st shot by Rutgers. Ben Auerbach up to 39 saves. His next save will be his 40th, as Charles Giazza gets in the faceoff circle against Gutierrez of Rutgers. Giazza wins it, but Gutierrez beats him to the puck. Giazza finds his way with it, but after a little battle, Elmer gets it out to the neutral zone, where DeFonzo trips up on the puck, and Taylor Allen gets it in for Rutgers, gets it in deep in the corner. Giazza there pressuring, tries to get in the middle, but it hits a couple skates, and no one is home for Rutgers, as their defensemen were making a change. Murphy and Lippincott out on defense for Rutgers now, as Lippincott just chips it in deep. Treffs there, shovels it along to Garrett Elmer. Treffs with a big hit. Tyler Allen trying to get in front for Gutierrez. He tries to get a shot up, but unable to do so. And Temple, if they hurry, have a break. Cavalier up to right wing. Tries to skate in deep, gets it in behind the net. Garrett Elmer bodying in front with someone, and Cavalier hurdles a man, but unable to really control the puck for a dangerous scoring opportunity as it finds its way to the neutral zone. Tyler Allen chips it in deep after Cavalier rocked him, but Ryan Treffs gets it in the defensive zone, plays it on to Giazza, who just directs it deep for Will Green, Temple's only goal scorer. Will Green in the corner battling with Lippincott. Puck bounces out to neutral zone, where Kyle Smedley will regroup for Temple. Temple hasn't found too much extended offensive zone time. Their only goal wasn't even an extended offensive zone time. Nothing from the forecheck, just persistent pressure from Will Green, finding the loose puck in the slot after it entered the zone and beating Florio's glove hand for Temple's only goal. So I'm sure that's one thing Coach Mark Spies, the coach of the Temple Owls, was harping on in the second intermission, trying to find extended offensive zone time to get those first, second, and third scoring opportunities on Rutgers' goaltender. Jenny plays it in deep, and Matt Sanchez will go in and chase for Rutgers. He's battling with Smedley, tries to center out front, but Pinella is there to deny it, and Kyle Smedley gets it skating through the defensive zone, roaring up the left wing, chips it in deep into the offensive zone, where Mikey Inieri will go in and chase. Jake Goldstein along the half boards for Rutgers plays it along, and Sanchez hat trick last time against Temple, shoot into the Owl crest, or the Temple T crest, of Ben Auerbach. Matt Sanchez scored a hat trick last time these two teams played on January 25th in a 15-2 win for Rutgers. But the uncommon denominator in those two games, Ben Auerbach is in goal for Temple, and he is up to 40 saves on the day as Rutgers leads 2-1 with 15-13 left. Andrew Kaiser wins a face-off back to Barbieri, who's behind his net, being chased by Privatera, Rutgers' first goal scorer, who scored a shorthanded goal. Barbieri plays it around, and Connorty comes away with it. Does a little dipsy-do. Has Andrew Kaiser skating down the right wing, but unable to beat him. If he passed it maybe a split second sooner, Kaiser could have had a breakaway. The puck finds its way to Ondick, who plays it down. And McDowell will pinch, but is sent all the way down the ice by Lippincott of Rutgers, and it will be an icing. And the puck will go back for an offensive zone draw for Temple. Huge shout out to the crew behind the camera working with me today. Taylor Snyder on social and tech, and Jay Niemeyer doing the intermission report and camera. Make sure to follow our live tweeting of this game on the Twitter.com app at Temple Ice Hockey. We'll be live tweeting. We have GIF recaps. We have GIFs of every single play as the puck is shoveled out of play into the parents section by Lippincott of Rutgers. But be sure to follow the Twitter. Be sure to shoot the Twitter a follow as we have some prime content. Not only do we live tweet games, post articles, post photos of our great photographer, Justin Oakes. We have all the content you want if you're a Temple Owls ice hockey fan. Lippincott behind the zone for Rutgers, gets along to the half boards where On Deck is there to battle Privatere. Privatere and On Deck keep going back and forth, and Privatere punches it out of the zone. It goes all the way down. Icing is waved off. Barbieri's back there with Zimp. Josh Kim and Andrew Kaiser battle, but Privatere comes away with it, trying to center it, but Barbieri's long stick is in the way. Cole Ashcroft gets it deep, where Privatere is still fighting for it. It's behind the net. He comes away with it. Barbieri now. Next line of defensive pressure. Shot, save, Auerbach in his position. That shot was from Ryan Bagley. Excuse me. It was from Zenth. It was from Ian Zenth. And Andrew Kaiser sends a shot. Oh, and Brandon Ondick with the rebound opportunity, but just punches it wide. It's a beautiful shot from Andrew Kaiser, but Brandon Ondick unable to capitalize it as Rutgers comes roaring through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, but it is broken up by Ian Bowles. Sean McDowell punches out to center where Josh Kim will settle for Rutgers as both teams will trade a few players for a couple other on a line change. Josh Kim trying to fight through the whole Temple defense, unable to get a clean shot as Ryan Truss skates in away. Ian Bowles lays out and takes a shot right into the chest, but does not allow Gutierrez to get a shot on Auerbach. Ludakis is battling with Garrett Russell for Temple. Garrett Russell comes away with it, tries to play along the boards to himself, eventually gets out to neutral zone, and Brandon Ondick's pressuring but unable to do so as Murphy gets it in back for Rutgers. Gutierrez is pressuring again. He tries to pass it along, but no one is home for Rutgers as Ryan Treffs is now going to battle Ludakis. Ludakis gets it in the center. Another wraparound attempt. Auerbach is there, and John Dorn clears the crease for Temple. The puck found its way in the center. Auerbach was on his back trying to stop the wraparound opportunity, and John Dorn clears it, and the puck is sent all the way down. No icing. Kyle Smedley tries to play it to himself. Tyler Allen gets the puck. He's in front. He tries to center it, paddled away by Auerbach. The puck is still there. Auerbach with a save! Great save, Auerbach. He was still down with his butterfly trying to find that puck. Tyler Allen slapped the backhand on the Ben Auerbach, and Auerbach was there for the save. It's his 45th of the day. Rutgers has 47 shots to Temple's 24, but the scoreboard is all that matters as Rutgers has 2 goals to Temple's 1 with 12:20 seconds left in the third period. Charles Giazza in the face-off circle but loses it to Rutgers, and Josh Kim sends a shot, but Ben Auerbach says my glove hand is too strong and makes the save. Charles Giazza and Ian Zenth in the face-off circle for Temple. Zenth gets it, and Giazza is pestering him in the corner, and he comes away with it. Plays it along to the half boards to Garrett Elmer, who's skating up the ice through the neutral zone. Plays it off the boards to Cavalier, but Cavalier doesn't see it. Elmer tries to get in deep, does get into the zone, but only along to the half boards, where Rutgers will settle it. Sean Murphy tries to play it up to Zenth. No one's able to control it as it's going in on Auerbach, and he will just cover up, take the face-off to his left with 11:59 left in the third period. As Will Green proved in the first period, all it takes one. Yes, you would love extended offensive zone time. Yes, you would love that pressure. Yes, you would love to get 10 shots in the span of 1 minute. But all it takes is one shot, as Will Green proved that in the first period with his snipe on Florio to give Temple their only goal of the game. Garrett Elmer is chasing Pfister, who was unable to keep in the offensive zone as the puck bounced over. And Privatere will get it in deep for Rutgers. Zembricki in the corner battling for Temple. Basin Hashino there for Rutgers, pestering him. Charles Giazza and backline support. Finds his way to Cavalier, who pushes out to neutral zone, and it'll just be dumped in deep by Rutgers. Smedley behind his net, plays off the boards to himself, pirouettes, and coming away with it, makes it deep. And he's skating through his defensive zone, going through neutral ice with a lot of speed, just chips it in deep where Garrett Elmer will come in for the forecheck. as Smedley will go off the ice after a good shift. Teams battle in the neutral zone, and it looks like there will be a penalty on Temple. Looks like Cavalier will go to the box this time. There was a discrepancy whether he had a penalty in the second period, but it looks like this time he will definitely go in the box. And Temple will go on the penalty kill for the second time of the day, the Richie's penalty kill, brought to you by Richie's, who has great food on campus. Anytime me, Taylor, or Jay are in between breaks and classes, make sure to stop at Ricky's, get our nutrition we need to get through the school day. As the second installment of the Richie's penalty kill, and Andrew Kaiser's in the face-off circle. Temple killed off the first Rutgers power play with ease, didn't allow really any dangerous opportunities, but the second story could always be different from the first. As Andrew Kaiser plays it out to neutral zone, and Privatera, Rutgers' first goal scorer, plays along to Josh Kim, who comes in roaring across the blue line, tries to send it backhand to the center, but Barbieri's long stick is in the way. Privatera and Lippincott play catch along the blue line, and Privatera sent a shot, was deflected by Gutierrez, but Auerbach was there. Lippincott gets the puck on the left boards, Tress with a nice hip check. Gutierrez behind his net, out to Privatera. Gets it out to Josh Kim along the blue line. Can't settle it for a second, but gets into Lippincott. He takes a shot, but pad save Auerbach. He's there. Gutierrez tries to play, but Barbieri sticks in the way, and Ondick going down the left wing, trying to beat his man, trying to power it to the net. Gets the puck. Over, scores! Brandon Ondick with a great pass to Andrew Kaiser. And the Temple Owls have their own shorthanded goal. The score is tied at 2 apiece with 10:14 left in the third period. Beautiful individual effort by Brandon Ondick. Beautiful hustle by Andrew Kaiser. And the Temple Owls tied this game at 2 with 10:14 left in the third period. However, 1:08 still remains on the Rutgers power play. Both teams have a shorthanded goal. As we hit the midway mark in the third period, Rutgers is up to 51 shots on the game, meaning Ben Auerbach with 49 saves. Temple only has 25 shots, but the shots don't matter. It's the scoreboard, and we are tied at 2, thanks to Will Green in the first and Andrew Kaiser in the third. We're set up for a great finish here, ladies and gentlemen, at the York. As Barbieri is behind the net trying to play it. Jenny for Rutgers pressuring, but Barbieri comes away with the puck. He's in his right corner surveying, and will try to get in deep, but looks like he was going to dump it in deep, but it was a pass to McDowell, who gets in the offensive zone, and he's in there forechecking to kill off these last 15 seconds of the penalty. On Cavalier. Ashcroft for Rutgers skating in to the Temple defensive zone. He tries to play it in deep. Goes out to skate to Zinth, who's controlling. Skating behind the net. Bulls pestering. As the penalty is expired, Cavalier is out of the box, and we have 5-a-side hockey. Zinth still behind the net. Tries to center it. Goes all the way over to Jenny. Gets a backhand shot, but Auerbach is there for the save. Nothing too hard for Auerbach to save there, as the puck finds its way to Trev in the left corner. Has trouble corralling it. Sanchez pressuring him, but he gets it to John Dern, who just shovels it out to neutral zone, and McDowell will go off the ice in favor of Garrett Russell. The puck goes in deep, and it looks like this will be an icing, and we will have an offensive zone draw for Temple to Florio's right. Garrett Elmer in the first, Andrew Kaiser in the third, and 2 goals is all we need for a tie game right now, as it's 2 goals apiece for both teams with 8:35 left in the third period. Ben Auerbach is up to 50 saves on the day. The big old 50. He won't get to 100, but 50 is good enough. Garrett Russell gets level, but he gets it in deep. That was Ashcroft there who delivered a big blow. Mower trying to get in front, but can't do so. Connor Lordy sends a shot, which is paddled away into the safety netting behind the net, and we will have another offensive zone draw for Temple. Jason Ferguson, the senior, coming onto the ice. It's nice seeing him honored. And Senior Day, which is the last home game of the season for Temple and the last game of the regular season, with their playoff hopes on the line this weekend, depending on the results of the Townsend Tigers games this weekend. Tyler Allen coming in for Rutgers, makes a little pirouette. The puck finds its way up into the air and into Auerbach's glove, and there will be a face-off to his blocker side. Andrew Kaiser, who has the tying tally of this game, comes onto the ice, and he is in the zone. He is in the face-off circle, and he wins it. And Jason Ferguson is back there to retrieve the puck. Ferguson behind his net, gets it, plays it along the boards of Brandon Ondick, who will take his time, but Gutierrez beats it to him and passes it back to Murphy, who takes a shot, and Kaiser was blocked, and he has a break. He's all alone on his backhand, and Lippincott comes over for Rutgers and denies him of any opportunity. Kaiser tried to play it in front, but it'll lose Ondick, as those two will battle for it in the corner, and Kaiser comes away with it behind Florio. McDowell gets the puck on the dot, takes a shot, it goes into the breadbasket of Florio, and the puck finds its way to neutral ice, where Kyle Smedley will get the puck flat, playing along with Jason Ferguson, who looks to get it deep into the defensive zone, which he does. Brandon Ondick will go into chase. Ryan Trefs comes on the ice for the Owls in favor of Kyle Smedley. Kaiser tries to pass the puck behind to Ondick. Looks like the puck was bouncing and unable to control it. As Alex Barbieri tries to play it, but can't do so. Trefs breaks up the pass on a 2-on-1, as Rutgers had an odd man opportunity trying to regain the lead, but Trefs' stick was there to block the pass from Ludakis. And Trefs gets it in deep, and he'll go forecheck as Brandon Ondick stays back in the point to cover for Trefs. Elmer and Trefs battling with Zinth, but Zinth comes away with the puck, and he's skating through the defensive zone, but Charles Giazza is there to make it hard for him. Rutgers has the puck, passes all the way over to Zinth, but Barbieri's skate breaks that up for him, and the puck finds its way behind the net to Trefs, who will just gather in the right corner and shovel it out. Glove down by Giazza. He makes a move by one, tries to make a move by two, can't, still gets a backhand shot on net, but Florio was there for the save. Lippincott back there for Rutgers, unable to settle it. Trefs gets a shot towards the net, but was deflected wide by Elmer, and Rutgers will try to get it out, but Giazza's there at the blue line. Temple's starting to buzz now. Cavalier. Trefs tries to take a shot, but he whiffs on it, can't get it. Tries to spring Josh Kim, but unable to do so as Trefs' stick gets in there yet again. Temple really starting to buzz on the offensive side of the ice with 5:55 left in the third. Score tied at 2. As Rutgers skating up the ice. And Auerbach just paddles away the Fonza shot into the safety netting, actually through the safety netting, through the multiple holes of the safety netting, and out of play with 5:47 left in the third. Shots are 54-30 in favor of Rutgers in the third period. Ben Auerbach with 52 saves. Still not a season high, but we are getting close to a season high. Andrew Kaiser, who has the tying tally of this game, is in the face-off circle, and he goes in to chase the puck. As Lippincott tries to get in deep, but unable to do so. Garrett Russell trying to beat Matt Sanchez, but cannot do that, as Sanchez gets it to Lippincott, and Rutgers will exit their defensive zone and get it in deep. But the puck eludes Denny and onto the stick of Kyle Smedley, who will just take his time, plays it over to Ian Bowles, who tries to pass to Garrett Russell, but the pass is just out of his reach. It will go down the length of the ice, and we will have an icing. 5:26 left in the third period. As they're starting to get some crunch time. If the score stays like this, we will have overtime, and Temple, in their last 2 overtime games, both here at the York, they beat Townsend 1-0 on a strike from Brandon Ondick, and they beat Navy 3-2 on a strike from Charles Giazza. If the score stays like this, we will have another installment of overtime here at the York. As the players battle for the puck in the Temple defensive zone, Rutgers comes away with it, sends a shot. Auerbach looked like he didn't get a clear view of it, but the puck goes wide, so no damage done. Lippincott in the neutral zone for Rutgers. Just plays with it, pirouettes it back to Jenny, who gets it in deep for Sanchez, who's looking for the middle, looking for some support. He skates around the net, Smedley pestering. Smedley pins him along the boards. And the puck finds its way in the middle, where Auerbach will just paddle to the side, and Smedley would get it over to Mower, who would just get it in deep and go off for a line change, wholesale line change for Temple, but that looks like it will be an icing, but it shouldn't be an icing because Mower was obviously past the red line, but apparently the refs don't know what a little kid like me thinks. As Temple is trying to get a wholesale line change, get all 5 players off the ice for a new 5 players, but they were not able to do so because there was an icing, and there will be a defensive zone draw to Auerbach's right. Looks like there's some discrepancy of who's supposed to be on the ice for Temple. as they were going for a wholesale line change, so the refs weren't able to really keep track of it. And now John Dern and Charles Giazza come onto the ice. And Giazza is in a face-off circle against Tyler Gutierrez of Rutgers. Giazza wins the face-off, and he's all by himself as Temple now gets their line changed, and he takes a shot and just misses the glove hand of Florio and wide. The puck is still in the defensive zone, in the Rutgers defensive zone, as Ferguson and Kaiser keep it in there, but Rutgers is able to shovel it out to Treffs, who dumps that in deep. And that won't be an icing, even though that was closer to icing than what Mower did, but the rest have a better view than I do. And that will be an icing from Treffs as he sends it in from his own blue line. And we will have another defensive zone draw with 4:23 left in the third period. It's a very brisk Saturday afternoon. We can definitely feel it up here in the booth, as we're being in an ice rink and being on a cold Saturday afternoon aren't a great mixture, as I'm sure my feet are cold. I know Taylor's feet are cold. Taylor's hands are cold as well. I know Jay's hands are cold because Jay is working the camera. Great job, both of you guys, making my job easier as we bring the action of a tie game between Temple and Rutgers. Ferguson's back to Chase, and he'll shovel it along to Treffs, finds his way to Ondick, who just hits it along the boards. It eludes the ceiling and gets out to center ice, where Kaiser and McDowell are there to chase. And the puck finds its way back, where Treffs will just settle it off the boards to Ondick, who tries to chip it in deep but can't. And the puck is shoveled out of play by Rutgers, by Brian Pfister of Rutgers. And we will have a defensive zone draw for Rutgers to the right of their goaltender, Chris Florio. Charles Giazza, Temple's leading points getter and goal scorer, comes onto the ice. He has 30 goals this season and 45 points. I'm sure head coach Mark Spies would love for him to maybe get his 31st goal here, send everybody home. Puck finds his way over to Jason Ferguson, who sends a shot just high and wide. Jason Ferguson is looking for his 10th point of this season, trying to get up to double digits to join the 7 other Owls that have reached that mark. And the puck pinballs off the pipes here, off the lighting, and off the ceiling. And the refs say that can't happen, and we will have a neutral zone draw, where it looks like the puck is going to go all the way into the defensive zone of Rutgers to Florio's left. Cavalier's been buzzing today. He's had a couple of big hits. I'm sure you can check one of them out on our Twitter, where we have a GIF of one of those hits. And he's also got a penalty. He's definitely caused some disturbance, but he's been pressuring, and he's pressured right there. But Lippincott comes away with it for Rutgers and plays it along the half boards to Goldstein. But Goldstein can't get it out as Cavalier is there yet again, and Ferguson just sends it in deep, where Garrett Elmer is there to chase, who just shovels it behind the net. And Giazza tries to go get it, but finds his way to Goldstein along the half boards, who gets it out. And that's Jenny down the right wing. He takes a shot into the breadbasket of Auerbach. Has 56 shots for Rutgers, 54 saves for Ben Auerbach. While Rutgers has this many shots, not an insane amount of high and dangerous opportunities, but when they do, it always seems like those pucks find their way into the chest of Ben Auerbach, who always seems to be in superb position. Kaiser wins the face-off, and Smedley would just play it along the boards to Ondick, who sits in the left corner and chips it out over the glove hand of Lippincott, and that will be an icing. And the skate, and all the players will come back down for another defensive zone draw with 2:59 left in the third period, inching closer to overtime. Andrew Kaiser steps into the face-off circle with Gutierrez. Gutierrez wins it back. He's still fighting for the puck, and Kaiser muscles it to the corner, where he'll find his way to Kyle Smedley, but Josh Kim's there pressuring. Finds his way out front, and Josh Kim just shovels it wide. Ondick gives it out to center. McDowell tries to get it in deep, but unable to get it past the big body of Lippincott. Ondick skating backwards now. Finds Smedley, who tries to get it up, but Tyler Allen's shin pads were in the way. Tyler Allen finds the way in the middle, fans on the shot, and Gutierrez coming in support, unable to get there. Chance avoided. Barbieri's in front. Oh, tries to punch it in, but unable to do so is Josh Kim, as Barbieri fell on Auerbach, hindering the goaltender from getting a position. That was almost dangerous, but somehow the puck did not find a way in. And we're still tied at 2 as we reach the 2-minute mark here in the third period. And we have an icing, and the puck will go all the way down to the Rutgers defensive zone, to the left of Florio, with 2 minutes and 1 second left in the third period of a tie game at 2-2. Temple looking for their 10th win of the season, while Rutgers is looking for their 9th win of the season. Temple won their last 2 overtime games here at the York, and we're inching closer to that, only 2 minutes and 1 second away. Sciazza wins the faceoff back to Treffs, who just sends it in before Florio's glove hand is up to the task. And we'll have another faceoff to his right as Rutgers goes for a line change. Griffin Privatera is on the ice for Rutgers. Their first goal scorer. He scored a shorthanded goal in the slot against Auerbach. They got Rutgers on the board first. That's Zinth. Tries a backhand snipe, but gets it too high. And Privatera tried to play it in front, but unable to do so. As Pfister, gets it in deep for Rutgers. Zinth tries to send a shot, but it hits too many bodies and pinballs wide. Pfister back there, but Ghiazza stops it, and Temple has a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Ghiazza up the right wing. He crosses the zone. Cavalier behind him. He drops it back. Cavalier gets tied up by Nick Ludakis, and he's unable to get a prime opportunity as Ghiazza chooses to play at the neutral ice to regroup. Cavalier, Elmer, Treffs, they go off. McDowell, Barbieri, on deck, come on. As Zinth is in his offensive zone, playing with the puck, has time and space. He plays it over to DeFonso, who plays it in deep to Tyler Allen, but Tyler Allen unable to get to the middle as Brandon Ondick has the puck skating through neutral ice with less than a minute remaining. We have 50 seconds left in this 2-2 hockey game. Brandon Ondick and Charles Ghiazza are both on the ice. Charles Ghiazza, Temple's leading goal scorer. Brandon Ondick, Temple's second leading point getter, are on the ice at the same time in this last minute. Sure, Mark Spies, and there will be a penalty on Rutgers as Ondick tries to muscle his way into the middle. Zinth gets his stick in the skates of Ondick, and we will have, that was not Zinth, that was Don DeFonso getting his stick in the skate of Ondick's legs and tripping him up, and we will have a pub web power play with 36.9 seconds remaining in the third period of a 2-2 hockey game. As it looks like Rutgers head coach Joe Dixon takes a timeout to talk about the strategy, because you don't have 2 minutes to kill right here. You only have 36.9 seconds. You want to get into overtime. And if we were getting to overtime, Temple will have a 4-on-3 power play for roughly a minute and 23 seconds. I'm sure head coach Mark Spies, who's talking to his players right now, wants the Owls to end this now. So once the third period buzzer rings, everybody can go get warm, get home, and get some food. As Charles Ghiazza, Ryan Treffs, Cavalier, and Ondick are all on the boards talking with head coach Mark Spies, as well as Andrew Kaiser, figuring out what they can do to beat Chris Florio on this pub web power play opportunity. Josh Kim, Griffin Privatera, Sean Lippincott are on the ice for Rutgers, as well as Cole Ashcroft. Rutgers wins the faceoff, goes in the corner where Kaiser is trying to plug it loose, and it goes, and Ghiazza gets it in the right corner, passes over to Treff in the left point. Along the banks it off the half boards to Ondick. It eludes him, but Kaiser, pestered by Lippincott, comes away with the puck, gets it to Ondick, who settles it, and now the Owls are settled. At the left dot, shot, save! Florio, who flashed a glove, unable to hold on to it, but just bounces it over, and the puck will go off the boards, and Josh Kim in his defensive zone tries to get it out, but it finds his way to Lippincott, who just dump it in deep. And with 5, 3, 2, and 1 seconds remaining, Rutgers sends a quick shot as Privatera, but it goes wide, and the third period buzzer rings. And we have overtime here at the York. 2-2 after 3 shots. Rutgers has 56. Temple has 34. Temple will have a minute and 24 of pub web power play time to begin this overtime period. It will be a 4-on-3 power play. In regulation, Ben Auerbach with 54 saves. Temple's power play on the year is just 13.8%. They did not strike today on their only other opportunity prior to this one. And looks like on the ice for Temple will send out Brandon Ondick, Andrew Kaiser, Ryan Treffs, and Charles Ghiazza, who get in the huddle, and sounds like they're going to talk about some strategy as they try to beat Rutgers early in this overtime period. Once the penalty expires, we will have a brief 4-on-4 time until the next stoppage of play. Then one player will go off for each team, and we will have 3-on-3. This isn't a league game for Temple, so playoff implications don't matter on who scores this goal. The only playoff implication game today is Townsend, who should be underway with Penn State Berks, and if they lose today in regulation, Temple will be in the ECHA playoffs as a 6th seed. Andrew Kaiser loses the face-off to Josh Kim, and he will just play it out. Tries to. Brandon Ondick almost stopped it but couldn't. Then Andrew Kaiser gets it off his stick, tries to get through but unable to do so, and there's a minute 10 left on the penalty, and Rutgers, Griffin Privatera, their captain, probably feels free, just dumping this puck all the way down, killing as much time as possible as we hit the 1 minute mark left in this power play with Ryan Treffs coming up, lays it off to Gaza, who enters the zone, plays it all the way across to Brandon Ondick. Temple was sure to love to get set up here. Get some cross-ice passes as Tress and Yaza play catch real quick. Ondick and Yaza now play catch. Yaza's at top. It gets blocked by Lippincott, and it hits off the pole.
I believe so.
And we will have a defensive zone draw for Rutgers. It looks like it will be DeFlorio's right with 40 seconds remaining in the power play and 4:16 left in the overtime period. Score tied at 2. Andrew Kaiser in the face-off circle. Can't win it. Lippincott will try to get it deep, and he gets it all the way down, and Auerbach will come out of his net trying to settle it for Ryan Treffs. Josh Kim makes Ryan Treffs hurry, but he just lays it off for Brandon Ondick. Neither team's changed. Lippincott, Privatera, and Kim are on the ice for Rutgers. Their 3-man power play. Treffs, Ondick, Kaiser, and Giazza are on the ice for Temple. Giazza and Ondick had the last 2 overtime winners for Temple. Giazza at the left dot. Pass over to Treffs. He fans on a one-time attempt. Puck's getting a little bit slower with a bunch of snow build up on the ice. Ondick tries to play in the center, but he can't. And Privatera is going down the ice with Kim. Kim all alone on the breakaway, but he can't get through. Tries to get a shot off, but pestered by Giazza and unable to do so. As Temple's going to try to force the other way. The bench is telling Giazza to hurry. He's skating through the offensive zone. Passes the blue line. Takes a shot high and wide. Sanchez now on the ice for Rutgers. In the chase. Barbieri on the ice for Temple. Gets it in deep, and the penalty has expired. And we have 4-on-4 hockey for abbreviated period of time. Next stoppage of play, we will go back to 3-on-3. Tyler Allen will lose the puck, but he still gets it in deep as Garrett Elmer is in front battling Sanchez. Tyler Allen, pestered by Barbieri, comes around, tries a dipsy-do in the middle, but he can't, and Charles Giazza and Stephen Cavalier are on a break. Charles Giazza tries to dip in the middle, takes a shot, but he can't do so. Cavalier there, trying to follow up, but can't have the angle. To Giazza in the slot. Passes to Barbieri, takes a shot, but it is blocked by Sanchez. Big hit by Charles Giazza, disrupts it. Ashcross lays it off for Sanchez, takes a shot, but it is blocked by Barbieri and deflected to the corner where Cavalier will take from there. Cavalier coming through his defensive zone into the neutral zone, passes the red line, now the blue line. Dipsy's due, tries to take a shot, not too strong, and Florio can just pat it to the side. Ascot there for Rutgers. And he passes along to DeFonso, who's just out of the box, gives it to Josh Kim. Kim surveying, skating around, now enters the Temple offensive zone. Drops it off for Ascot. And Dow almost had an offensive break, and there's a 3-on-1 for Temple. Garrett Elmer. As Kaiser holds the line, but Garrett Elmer unable to get a deathly shot off, and it will pop out of play with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the overtime period. Score tied at 2, and we will now shift to 3-on-3. As the deadly trio of Brandon Ondick, Charles Giazza, and Ryan Treff skate onto the ice for Temple. Those 3 were on the ice for the Townsend game-winning goal by Brandon Ondick, and those 3 were on the ice for the Navy game-winning goal by Charles Giazza, and those 3 are on the ice now. Rutgers tries to skate a 4th man out, but you can't do that. It's 3-on-3 overtime. Everybody's favorite portion of hockey. As Giazza wins a face-off, Treff along the half boards, gets it in deep. Lippincott there to pressure, pins him along the boards, but Tress breaks free. Then try to get it by Giazza, but unable to do so as he holds it, and he'll take his time, waiting to see what happened. He pirouettes from Zint. He has a bunch of open ice. It's 3-on-3 now. He lays it on for Ondick. Back to Giazza. Tries to get it to Tress, but unable to do so, and Rutgers has a break. Rutgers passes it to Sanchez, who's on a breakaway. Poke check by Brandon Ondick. What back check. What hustle. As Tress pins up Lippincott along the boards, and Gyaza comes away with the puck. He passes it to Ondick, and Ondick only has Zint to beat. Zint skating backwards. Ondick tries to play in the middle, takes a shot, but can't get enough on it, and fans on it. As the ref's in the way of the puck, Ondick in the slot on his backhand, turns around, shot, goes wide. Gyaza behind his net. He settles it. He's skating around. Ondick and Treff still on the ice. Pass it to Ondick in the corner. Gyaza's now at the slot. Pass it to him. Takes a shot. Save Florio. Sanchez will settle for Rutgers as Ondick will go off the ice in favor of Andrew Kaiser. Gyaza just bent over in frustration. He just had an opportunity there, but unable to get something deadly. As Andrew Kaiser loses a glove, but still battling with 40 seconds left in the overtime period. Gyaza behind the net, still on with Treffs. Andrew Kaiser is a fresh body on the ice without a glove. And Temple is just taking her time with 30 seconds remaining in this overtime period. Treffs gets it up to Kaiser. Kaiser settling in, takes a quick shot, just wide of Florio, who doesn't bother trying to make a save because it was wide. Privatera, Rutgers' first goal scorer coming up, takes a shot, but into the breadbasket of Auerbach, and exactly 16 seconds remain here in the overtime period. Score still 2-2. Rutgers has 57 shots to Temple's 38. Defensive zone draw to the left of Auerbach with 16 seconds remaining in overtime, and it looks like head coach Mark Spies will take a timeout to get some fresh legs on the ice, particularly Charles Gyaza, who is still out there. Probably wants him to catch a breather. He's been out there for every second of this overtime. He was out there for a minute and 24 on the power play, and he was out there for every second until now in this overtime period. 16 seconds left, defensive zone draw. Yes, Temple will love to end it in overtime, but since they're in the defensive zone and they have all this time to go all the way to the other end of the ice, I don't expect them to rush or anything. I expect them to sort of just kill the clock and be happy with this overtime period coming to an end, still tied at 2. As Treffs just hopped over the boards, he's on the ice with Gyaza, and Andrew Kaiser is out there as well. Griffin Privatera, Rutgers' first goal scorer, is out there with Sean Lippincott and Josh Kim. Kim will come into the faceoff circle. He is opposed by Gyaza. Treffs to the back left of Gyaza. Kim tries to go through Gyaza's leg, but unable to do so. 13 seconds left, and Gyaza's attacking. And he tries to get it across Kaiser, but unable to do so. And we have 6 seconds left as the puck's going along. Josh Kim crawls to the blue line. He's with Privatera. 2 seconds. Back to Kim. What a block by Tress. 2 blocks by Tress. And does not allow Rutgers to get a shot off before the overtime period ends. And we are still tied at 2. As the overtime period ends with Rutgers having 50 shots, Temple having 38, and we are tied at 2 apiece. And how poetic for this game to end. Ben Auerbach standing on his head, making 55 saves today. Chris Florio holding his own, making 36 saves today. And the game will come down on their shoulders as we have a shootout to decide the victor in Temple's final regular season game this year. I believe this is the first time New York is seeing a shootout this season with the Temple Owls. And on first to shoot for Rutgers will be Josh Kim. This is the first shootout game this season for Temple. They only have 1 overtime loss, no shootout losses or shootout wins. As Josh Kim is on for Rutgers, he gathers the puck, taking his time, goes wide right. Now coming back in the middle of the slot. Tries a toe drag, but Ben Auerbach is there. Does not fool him much. No major deke, just tries to toe drag onto this forehand. A little Claude Giroux move, but it does not work. And Brandon Ondick will be the first shooter for Temple. Temple, assuming elected to shoot last in hopes of ending this game. And Ondick, gaining speed, picks up the puck at the red line, crosses the blue line with his head up, makes a deke to his backhand shot, scores! That was easy. Brandon Ondick coming in fast, forehand, backhand, water bottle shot. And Temple gets the first shootout goal after round 1. They're leading 1-0. Rutgers shorthanded goal scorer Privatera, their captain. He does the same as Ondick. Gets speed, picks up the puck at the red line, crosses the blue line. He comes in, takes a shot, blocker, save, Auerbach. And Temple could win it right here. And who else but Andrew Kaiser, the man who tied it in the third period, now has a chance to win this game. Ben Auerbach with 55 saves in regulation, 2 saves in overtime. Andrew Kaiser with the game-winning goal. He crosses the blue line. He's coming in, takes a backhand, unable to get it as Florio's stick comes out and pokes it away. And Rutgers is still alive. Rutgers will send out their big defenseman, number 63, Sean Lippincott, for their third opportunity. He elects to start right next to the puck. He comes in across the blue line, taking his time. Backhand, forehand, tries to take a shot. Ben Auerbach is still there, and Lippincott loses the puck. Lippincott loses the puck when he had a chance to beat Auerbach, but Auerbach, with the desperation, was still there. Would have made it hard for him, but Lippincott still had the game on his stick and just loses it. As Ryan Tress is the third shooter for Temple. Tress at his blue line, gets the puck, now crosses Rutgers' blue line. He's in. He takes a shot, hits the post. Had the right idea there, kind of lulled him to sleep. Quick backhand, forehand deke. Settled the puck on his forehand for a second. Made Florio stop in his tracks. Sent a shot, just hit the post. And Rutgers sends out their fourth shooter, Tyler Gutierrez, who comes in, taking his time, eyeing up Auerbach, goes 5-hole. Ties this shootout up. And Captain Charles Giazza, who has 30 goals this year, will look to add a shootout goal. He will be Temple's fourth shooter. Ben Auerbach just got beat 5-hole. Shootouts 1-1 apiece. This is Temple's fourth shooter in the bottom of the fourth inning. Giazza back and forth, eyeing up. He goes 5-hole. Monkey see, monkey do. You can go 5-hole, Tyler Gutierrez. I can go 5-hole because I'm Charles Giazza. And he gives Temple a 2-1 lead as we're reaching the top of the fifth in the shootout. Tyler Allen, who's been pestering all day for Rutgers, he is the fifth shooter for the Scarlet Knights. He comes in with a little bit of speed, tries to take a shot, and he can't do that. And Temple comes away with the victory in the last game of the season, 3-2 via shootout. Ben Auerbach, 55 saves, including 3 saves in the shootout. Lastly on Tyler Allen, tracking the puck. His left pad, which has been strong all day long, was there. And Temple defeats the Rutgers Scarlet Knights by a score of 3-2. Taylor, don't tweet out the final score.